You've been lied to about what it means to be rich. You've been told it's about the car, the zip code, and the vacation that looks better on camera than it actually felt in person. But here is the brutal truth. Most people who look rich are actually just one missed paycheck away from a total collapse. They aren't wealthy. They are just heavily leveraged. True, unshakable wealth doesn't look like a lifestyle upgrade. It looks like complete silence. It looks like a life you don't feel the need to escape from. Welcome to the architecture of invisible wealth. Most people are trapped in the performance trap. The belief that the moment you make more, you should be more. You get a raise, you upgrade the apartment. You get a bonus, you upgrade the car. You're just decorating a cage that's getting slightly more expensive every year. If you want to break the cycle, you have to master the gap. Not the gap between what you want and what you have, but the gap between what you earn and what you choose to spend. Here are the signs that you finally hacked the game, and it has nothing to do with your bank balance. Sign 1. The Wednesday morning test. Think about an unexpected $800 bill, a car repair, a blown tire, a medical copay. For 90% of people, this is a financial event. It's a day spent in the parking garage, heart rate spiking, running the math with your eyes closed, wondering which card has enough room. But when you're building invisible wealth, you don't feel a surge of cortisol. You don't run the numbers. You just pay it. That lack of panic, that is the first sign of true sovereignty. You've built a shock absorber. You've essentially purchased the right to let a bad Wednesday stay a bad Wednesday, rather than letting it spiral into a month-long crisis of anxiety. You aren't just paying for parts and labor. You're paying for the ability to keep your nervous system calm when life happens. Sign 2. The power of the no. You've reached the level where you could afford the lifestyle, but you actively choose not to. Your friends are organizing a destination trip that is technically within budget, but you know that the money, if kept in your index fund, buys you freedom 5 years down the road. So you say, no. And here's the shift. You don't feel deprived. You feel a deep, quiet sense of power. Not over them, but over your own impulses. You've finally disconnected your identity from your consumption. You've stopped trading your future stability for a few photos on the grid. Choosing the future over the present isn't just saving. It's the ultimate flex of financial maturity. Sign 3. You've stopped selling your time. This is the final, highest level. A recruiter reaches out with a great offer, a fancy title, a bigger team, and a salary bump. But the cost is 90 minutes of commuting each way. 3 years ago, you would have taken the offer, sold those extra hours, and convinced yourself it was the grind. But today, you do the math differently. You aren't calculating your hourly wage anymore. You're calculating your cost of peace. You realize that 15 hours of your life every week is worth more than any corporate title. So, you turn it down. You keep your quiet life. You keep your Sunday mornings empty on purpose. You don't perform productivity for an audience. You protect your time like a limited edition asset. The path forward. If you're waiting for the day you feel rich, you're looking at the wrong map. The feeling isn't a summit you reach. It's the quiet stability of a life you don't feel the need to escape from. It is the automated transfer that hits your account while you're asleep. It is a net worth that grows by a few % every quarter, even when you aren't looking at the app. It is the realization that your income is not your identity. It is simply a tool used to build a wall around your time. Most people spend their entire lives trying to look like they have money, hoping that the image will eventually become the reality. It never does. It only leads to a faster treadmill. You, however, are doing the opposite. You are building the foundation in the dark. You are constructing a life that doesn't need to be advertised because it feels so good to live. The life you are building isn't one you show off. It is the life you actually own. Stop trying to prove your success to the people on your timeline. Start building the architecture that makes their validation irrelevant. Look at your spreadsheet this Sunday. Note the direction, not just the balance. Remember that you are no longer a passenger in your own life. You are the architect, and for the first time, You have the quiet, devastatingly effective power to decide exactly how you want to spend your days. You haven't arrived at the end. You have simply begun the only version of life that is truly yours.